Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are viewing my video. I hope that you are in the best of health. I hope that you are having a fantastic day, a fantastic evening, or a fantastic afternoon. Well, last time I was talking to y'all, I was at the end of the second chapter. So today I will be starting with the third chapter. Now, as I say with all of the videos, keep in mind that this story is not suitable for young viewers. So I know that up until now, it hasn't really been that bad. We had certain issues in the book that came up, but it wasn't that bad that a lot of y'all would think that younger teenage viewers wouldn't be able to watch or listen. But as I get further and further into the stories and more details come out, you will see that this story is not suitable for young viewers. So please keep that in mind. So, yes, I will be starting with chapter 3. And I have nothing to say on any messages I've gotten or anything like that. Again, I'm getting good feedback from you guys. Y'all telling me that, you're enjoying this vlog, and that's basically it. I didn't get no questions, but I'm sure after the third chapter, I'm really sure that I am going to get some. So let's begin. Chapter 3, sophomore year. This was my first day back to school, and I looked unbelievably great as usual. Sophomore year, I wore Versace, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Fendi, and no other suit and hat what I had. I didn't have but one class with Angel and only lunch with Rebecca. Tanya Willis was in all of my classes except for homeroom. Jimmy was in my homeroom too. I was over him, not paying me any attention. Looking at him, he didn't dress the best, so he's not recognizing beauty wasn't surprising to me at all. I was surprised, but being in every class with Tanya actually made us close. She was cool, but she dressed ratchet, and being friends with me, that wasn't going to work out. I did like her though. I think Rebecca was actually a little jealous that I was becoming friends with her. Angel, on the other hand, didn't care much. Actually, she was cool with her as well. One day I decided to ask Tanya if she wanted to hang out at the mall with me. To my surprise, she said yes. The reason why I was surprised that she said yes was her and Jimmy was dating, and she did nothing but hang under him. That weekend we went to the mall. It was just Tanya, Angel, and me. Rebecca didn't want to come because she seemed to be really having an issue with us letting Tanya hang around us. She really needed to get over herself. It was awkward shopping with Tanya, and she liked nothing but cheap stuff. I mean, I didn't like half of the stores that we went in that particular mall, but buying no-name sneakers, even if it was just to wear for gym, wasn't my thing. We went out to eat. I decided to pay for the dinner because I felt bad for her. We had a great time, despite Rebecca not going. While we were out, I got a call from Billy, so I had to tell the girls I would see them at school. Billy wanted to know if I could meet up with him for that night. I knew that really I couldn't because I wouldn't have an answer from my parents when they asked me where I was. I did catch up with them, but I told him that I couldn't stay all night. I was honest with him from the beginning, so it wasn't a problem for me to let him know that I had school the next day. He was fine with that. I met him at the same casino that we met, and he wasted no time at all. He just immediately started taking my clothes off. We was in a different kind of room this time. This room had a jacuzzi, and he already had it filled. with bubbles and rose petals. We got into the tub and he fucked me so good. My body felt so weak. Water was splashing all out onto the floor. It was so forceful. I was enjoying every feeling that was coming over me. I had to remember I had a plan for my future, but his dick felt so good inside of me that I did not want to leave. Whatever he was going through earlier, he let it all out in me. I knew my parents was going to kill me, but I didn't care. I did not want to leave. I didn't want to leave at all. He was pleading with me, begging me to stay. I called Angel and asked her if she could cover for me, but it was too late because my parents had already called her and asked her if we left the mall. She told me that she thought I was on my way home, so she told them that we already left. I took a gamble and called Rebecca's ass. I asked her if she would cover for me. She said that my parents called her too. She said she told them that I was asleep and her mother would take me to school tomorrow. She told my parents that she needed help with her algebra. So after leaving the mall, I went over there and helped her, and then we fell asleep. I could hear her greedy ass mom in the background saying, "Don't forget my motherfucking money." Anyway, I told Billy I could stay. I also told him that Rebecca's mom was blackmailing me, so I have to pay her $500 to keep her mouth shut. Although I had the cash already, why not make him pay for it? He gave me $5,000 for myself and $500 for her greedy ass. I know it seemed like I was being a prostitute, but I wasn't. I told him that I was a straight A student, and I can't be absent or late. After that, we continued in the jacuzzi. He really wanted this pussy very badly. He loved eating me like I was his last supper. He was eating out my ass. Again, gentle but rough at the same time. I'm not going to lie, he wore me the fuck out. But I wore his ass out as well. He gave me a stack and told me to go buy something for school tomorrow and then come back to bed. It was a great night. I got to school on time, feeling like $1,000,000. Tanya thanked me for treating her to dinner and hanging with her at the mall. I felt like Rebecca didn't like Tanya because she dressed like a hood rat. So I decided from that moment to make Tanya my project. I asked her if she could hang out that night, that I wanted to show her something. I didn't know that her and Jimmy broke up. I was trying to show her sympathy towards I was trying to show sympathy towards her because I know she normally couldn't have possibly got a boyfriend again that easily. I asked Angel did she want to help me remake Tanya. Knowing Angel, she was definitely excited to do so. We took Tanya shopping and got her a whole new wardrobe. I felt great doing something for someone else. We also took her to get her hair done, which that took all night. Actually, while she was getting her hair done, Angel hooked up with her dude. I told Tanya I would stay there with her, but when Jerry called me to catch up with him, I had to go. But I told her to call me when she was finished. I mean, she got Michael's, and I knew that it was going to be at least another few hours. You should have seen the look she got when she went to school the following day. Rebecca even spoke to her for the first time. We all were surprised. Tanya asked me what my parents did for a living. I told her that I don't know, and I work for my own money. Tanya was interested in knowing how I made my money, but I wasn't ready to let her know. At that time, I didn't know that Rebecca was now a friend of Tanya's. But looking back at the situation now, I don't know how I didn't know. After all, I did make Tanya one of us. Tanya's whole attitude had changed right along with her makeover. One day, we were all over Rebecca's house, and Tanya got a phone call and turned to Rebecca and asked her could she cover for her. Of course, I was looking all puzzled as to ask her for what. She then told me that she was catching up with some guy she met out while with Rebecca and Angel last week. Yes, everyone. Tanya had her own hookup now. I was cool with that. I just was hurt that they were all out together without me. But that was cool. Sophomore year went by really fast, and instead of me being prepared for junior year, I was being skipped to senior. I never thought that Rebecca would hate on me, but yes, senior year she became my hater, my enemy, or whatever you want to call her. Angel and I were still cool, but she just became my hello and goodbye friend. As for Tanya, she was out of control. Tanya took my place with the girls. Her whole demeanor was different. I was 18 now, so whenever I wanted to go out, I just went out. No more paying Rebecca's mom asked anything. Rebecca's issue with me was the fact that I was graduating before her, but it wasn't my fault that she was stupid. I did my thing, but at the same time, I made sure I passed my tests and did all my class and homework. Thus, I always thought that she was jealous because she wasn't as beautiful as me anyhow. Well, now that she was hanging with Tanya, spiked, it spiked her confidence. Tanya was the only dark one out of the four of us, and that was something that Tanya couldn't change. Rebecca's mom was really sick, in and out of the hospital all of the time. Although Rebecca and I haven't been speaking, I felt really bad for her. I decided to pay Rebecca a visit. Didn't know how it was going to go, but I wanted to be there for her nevertheless. We talked for a long time, clearing the air between us. It was a great visit. We both realized that life was too short to be petty. I was really glad that we made up and that I visited her mom because she passed away a few weeks later. Rebecca told me that she was going to tell me something in confidence. She told me that her mom died from AIDS. She didn't know that I already knew, so I looked very surprised. I asked her, did she know how she got it, thinking she was going to tell me, but she just said that her mom just contracted the virus and it took her quickly. I just left it alone. Congratulations to me. It was a very depressing month dealing with the loss of Rebecca's mom, but finally, good news. I was so excited when I came home and brought in the mail. I received the acceptance letter that I've been waiting for. Yes, it was Yale. I couldn't wait to let my parents know, but more so Jerry. It had been almost weeks since I saw Jerry, and that was very unusual. Although when I texted him, he did text me back. I asked him could we catch up that night, but he explained to me that the following night would be better. That was weird, but okay, no problem. I called Billy. I really wanted to, I'm sorry, I called Billy. I really wanted to let someone know. I prefer Jerry, but Billy was next. Billy was happy that I called him. He told me to meet him at our normal spot. So when I arrived at that hotel, Billy was all over me. That was cool and all, but I wanted to share my good news. For a second, I almost forgot why I was calling. Sex was always fantastic with Billy, and he always paid me very well. After we was done, I told him my good news. He smirked and just started kissing me all over. Really, he could care less. The only thing he wanted was my pussy, not my brains. He wanted me to stay the night, and although I didn't want to, I did want the 7,000 he was offering to pay me to stay, so I did. I left a note for my parents that I was doing tutoring and would be staying out over the person's house that I would be tutoring. When I got home the next morning, before my parents could give me the speech about respecting them by coming home at night, I showed them my acceptance letter. Every argument that was about to begin was instantly forgotten. I got up early the next morning and texted Jerry and told him that I needed to see him, that it was important. I rented a room in the same hotel we normally meet. In the next text I left, I told him the name of the hotel and the room number and told him that the hotel clerk had the spare key. We now use an alias. I received a text back from him. It said, okay, see you in 40 at 4:30. I'm sorry, see you at 4:30. I shopped all that morning. I even caught up with Angel for lunch. After lunch, I realized I was running a little late. So I texted him and said that I would be 10 minutes late. I received a response of that was fine. Unbelievably, I made it to the hotel on time. I was so excited to tell him my news about Yale. Yes, that was the school I accepted. I ordered room service and made the room look very nice. did the rose petals in the tub and all that good stuff. Jerry was special to me. I actually stopped messing with everyone else except for him and Billy. Also, I was afraid I was going to be like Rebecca's mom. Jerry was running late. I tried to text him, but I didn't get any response. I just decided to lie down and take a nap until he finally showed up. I didn't know what time it was nor how long I was asleep, but I was waking up to darkness. I could feel Jerry on top of me. This was different. Jerry don't normally do the blindfold or tie me up to the bed thing. I smiled and said, Jerry, what are you doing? What I heard scared the holy shit out of me. A man responded and said, I'm not Jerry. I tried to take the blindfold off, but my hands was tied up. I asked, who was he? He responded by saying, you're the one who texted me to meet you here. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop right here. I have read the beginning of chapter 3, and I will finish the rest of chapter 3 tomorrow. And I want to apologize for the barking that kept occurring through my reading. Hopefully, you can make out what I was saying. And I hope that you are having a lovely day. Hope that you are enjoying what I'm reading thus far. And if you have any questions, again, I would say you can leave it in the comment section below, or you can email me at jdseries2013 at gmail.com. That's jdseries2013 at gmail.com. And yeah, oh yeah, I wanted to show you my earrings because this is what I tell y'all every time I exit off. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, if not, it says I love you. So, and which I do. I love my fans. I love my responses. I love that you guys are responding to me, and I do get bad responses too. I do want to put that out there, and it's not bad to the point that not saying nothing negative about my story, but people are there are some perverts out there, and I understand that me writing a story like this, I do put myself out there, so I just block those people. So if you don't have anything to say that's not offensive to me, please don't leave me nothing. Only leave me good stuff. Like if you don't like the book, you can write that too. I have no problem with that. But don't ask me for favors because you would get blocked. So again, I would like to thank my followers. If you have not subscribed to me yet, please do so. Subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that at Nunu Aru. Also, I can be reached at jdseries2013 at gmail.com. Again, jdseries2013 at gmail.com. I thank y'all so much. I have so much love for you guys, and I hope to hear from you soon. You will get another section of my book tomorrow. Thank you, and I will talk to you later. Peace and love. Love you.